Hey guys, this is Bear Gaming and welcome back to our channel. For today's video, we are going to have another hero spotlight. Yes, we are definitely going with this hero spotlight marathon because we want to cover up all of the heroes who has a fate core. So please do bear with me. Actually, this hero spotlight video that we are doing, it kinda helps me give closure because you really know I'm very much attached to Exos heroes, and seeing this game shut down on May 11, it kinda really stings a bit in the heart because you know, when it comes to games, I get attached because this is actually a medium to relax or unwind on a stressful day. So you know, having this game shut down on probably a couple of weeks to go, so it really makes me sad. You know, I'll be looking for a game again that will probably entertain me, so I don't know if there will be a game that will match Exos heroes. I'm not sure about it, so let's just hope for the best. And again, our purpose is to have closure in order for me in particular, personally, for me to feel at ease whenever this game is going to shut down. So we are going to continue again with our hero spotlight, and for today we are going to discuss about Corgi. So here's this one.
Of course.
And we are going to check out his skill set first. The passive is Betrayal, increases attack by 40% for 5 turns upon attacking an enemy 1 time per round. Then his first skill is Rhapsody of Explosions, deals 63% damage to all enemies and 45% chance to decrease attack speed by 13 for 7 turns. Then for his second skill, as you can see, it's Flaming Wave, deals 375% damage to one enemy and 80% chance to decrease hit by 45% for 9 turns. So all of his skills have debuffs. Now we are going to take a closer look here. In the hero introduction, you can see Corgi. He looks like a little boy. I think he's under the Tori clan as well, just like April, Nika, and probably Leafy and Legger, right? So he is this little guy who has this flute as his weapon. For the illustration, you can see here Frost Hounds Plotting and Kidnapping Specialist. Oh, so there's this title. Plotting and Kidnapping Specialist. Would you imagine? Okay, so this is the default mode and this is the battle mode. I was supposed to say fluting mode because it's like he's ready to play his flute. Now for the skill preview. That's the basic attack, and it seems like he uses his flute as a dart gun of some sort. For the first skill,
hey, I got a gift for you. You're dead.
Okay, so he actually plays, and you can see there are melodies as the design. And when it comes to his second skill,
I'll play you some music that you'll never forget.
that's quite unique. You can see some notes. Now we are going to check out his hero story. Stays here, Ranger Corgi, sex is male, nation Northbound Frosty, hero tier legendary or legendary grade hero, element is fire, he's 29 years old, race is Tori clan, so yeah, he is actually like April. Position is chaos or chaos type hero, birthday is on October 22nd. One of the 4 leaders of the Frost Hounds, plotting and kidnapping specialist. I kinda find that funny because who knew that there's this position or probably a career? I don't know. Corgi is from the village of the Tori clan. The elders depended on Corgi since he was nimble and smart. But Corgi was a very cruel child who bullied other kids secretly behind the backs of the grown-ups. No, that's really mean. Imagine, he's a bully. Corgi, who grew up witnessing a civil war that swept across Northern Frosty, thought being in the army would be perfect for him. Corgi joined the regular army as a commissioned officer. Corgi climbed higher and higher in the military ranks thanks to his intelligence and excellent survival skills, but he lost his entire troop due to his carelessness. The military leadership offered Corgi, who was awaiting his fate, to take part in a living body test in exchange for giving him another identity without any punishment if the experiment succeeded. Corgi, who had nothing to lose, accepted the offer and the experiment was successful. At the moment, the young officer from the Tory clan disappeared and Corgi of the Frost Hound was born. Since then, Corgi has left his past and is living his second life under a new identity, the leader of the Frost Hounds, which is actually a plotting and kidnapping specialist, so I think that's even meaner. So that's the background story of Corgi. Now we are going to check out his fate core. And again, he only has one fate core. It's under the Blooming Someday Fate Core team, and as you can see, or you've noticed, under the Blooming Fate Core team or Time Walker Fate Core team, you can see that the characters here are grown up because their original appearances are actually kids, just like Corgi. You can see that the two gold Fate Cores over here are Shell and Talia, and each of them has this gold Fate Core special passive wherein everyone under their team, if you happen to put them together, will be able to benefit from it. As you can see over here, Corgi is one of the black Fate Cores. Song of Atonement Corgi. Corgi in the parallel world of a new timeline. He enjoyed deceiving and tricking people, so okay, even though it's already in the parallel world, he's still deceiving and tricking people. But when his plan failed, he began to reflect upon his actions. Now he uses his tactics and strategies that he learned by deceiving people for the people in need. Okay, probably he has a change of heart. Probably that's why his title is Song of Atonement. He atoned for his sins. Now for the passive, we can see here Dimension Leap. This is actually the special passive of the Time Walker or Blooming Someday Fate Core team, and everyone in this Fate Core team has this one. Increases own dodge by 20% and attack by 1000 upon receiving damage. Removes all buffs from this skill, particularly the attack and dodge. Upon dodging successfully, stacks up to 4 times. Okay, so imagine that. His attack will be increased by 80, right? 4 times 2 is 80, and his attack will be increased by 4000. So imagine that. He will be... Well, these guys over here are very powerful. So for the first and second skill, there are no changes. So now, let's proceed to the hero introduction. So you can see Corgi over here is all grown up. He has this bagpipe instead of a flute, and based from his attire, it looks like he's one of those, you know, pipe pipers who we see in fairy tale or even in real life, right? Somewhere in Scotland, if I'm correct. So for the appearance effect, you can see this one. You can see musical notes.
Anyone else sees it.
Song of Atonement, Corgi. This is the default mode, and this is the battle. For his exclusive equipment, you can see this one. It has a lighter color bagpipe. It really looks nice. It has lots of details and designs. Now we are going to check that over here in the exclusive equipment button. You can see Howling End. This is the name of his exclusive equipment. You can purchase this for 18,000 CES, and if you happen to equip this on Corgi, his attack will be increased by 30 and combat power will be increased by 10,000. Corgi's exclusive equipment, a battlefield instrument that comforts those who have fallen. With a heavy tone, it pays tribute to the souls of the victim who have fallen. It's kinda sad. Now we're just going to equip that, and we are going to check out his skill preview. So this is the normal or basic attack, and you can see it's quite unique. You can see him playing, the notes are there, and you can see some fireballs circling around the enemy before it hits. That's a very unique basic attack. Now, when it comes to the first skill,
I'll take care of it before anyone else sees it.
he still plays.
Enjoy.
Oh, that's really nice. And the second skill,
Mission accomplished.
that's one very unique skill animation, and I really like it. So those are the skill animations of Corgi. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have any orange fate core. Because mostly you can see the only characters that have an orange fate core are the fated version. Mostly. There are some of the rare grade heroes, such as Gale, Ra, but most of them are fated heroes. Fated grade hero. Now let's proceed to the Manage Heroes button.
I am the King's Guard. You won't defeat me so easily.
So we are going to check a copy of my Corgi. Okay, so I have
No
one,
sweat.
and I happen to fusion this to 3 already, and unfortunately I don't have the exclusive equipment of Corgi, and I didn't equip any artifacts on him because I'm not using him. So as you can see, when it comes to the gears, I have this random set of gears, totally. You can see fortification set, 2 sniper set, and 1 critical set piece, which is supposed to be 2 piece. So probably, let's imagine I place 1 here. But let's check out his skill first. And we have to note that he is a chaos type hero, so definitely he's a damage dealer. So you can see there are debuffing skills. So let's try and visualize or imagine what would the best gear set will be for Corgi. So for starters, we are not going to equip him with fortification set because definitely this is for front heroes, frontliner heroes such as supports and tanks. So definitely this should be not here. It could be better if we are going to put sniper set or breaker set, probably destruction set, in order for us to increase his critical damage, and critical hit rate set. That would be really nice. So let's just imagine we placed destruction set plus sniper set. Okay, so for the gloves, it would be better if we are going to put something that has to do with critical damage or critical hit rate as the main stat of this particular gear piece. As you can see, this is defense in percent, so it would be better if it's going to be critical hit rate or critical damage, if not attack. So when it comes to the substats, for every piece of gear here he has, look for something that has attack in percent, critical hit rate, critical damage, effect hit, because we want to make use of his debuff, because as you can see, both of his first and second skill have debuffs. This one has a chance to decrease attack speed, and the other one is to decrease hit of target. So technically, he's a damage dealer slash support, wherein he is going to debuff your enemies, which is really good. So we want to make use of that. And when it comes to the accessories, it would be better if we are going to put here something like effect hit, in order for us to increase his effect hit something around 95%. So again, when it comes to the 4 substats here, you know, for every piece of gear, look for something that has attack in percent, critical hit rate, critical damage, and attack speed, and of course, effect hit. Again, for the gear sets, you might want to go for breaker set that will increase attack by 45%. That is a 4-piece set. So 4 plus 2, you need 2 more. You could go for critical hit rate set or probably sniper set. If you don't want to use breaker set, you can go for destruction set. That will increase his critical damage. And if you want to experiment further, let's just say you could go for and try for Red Blood set. That will produce lifesteal whenever he attacks. He will be able to heal himself just a small amount, but if not, you can go for Retaliation. That will give him a chance to counterattack. But most players really want to make use of the stats that will have an advantage when it comes to damage dealing heroes. So therefore, we are going to choose among Destruction set, Breaker set, Sniper set, Critical Hit Rate set, and probably Dash set because we want to make our hero speedy. And when it comes to Signature Force, he's under Northbound Frosty, so therefore, it would be best if you are going to max out the Signature Force of Shufraken. And you can also use Momoring's copy because Momoring is the second general of Northbound Frosty. And as you know, we can use our copies for our second general to fill up the Signature Force since they are still considered generals. When it comes to Blue Fate Core, you might want to get Blue Fate Correra. She will give buffs to Chaos type hero, whichever nation they are from. And when it comes to the nation itself, you might want to go for Blue Fate Core Topaki. He will give buffs to characters from Northbound Frosty. And of course, do not forget about the Unleash Potential. So that will be all guys for today. Please do not forget to subscribe to my Twitch channel. And also for my YouTube channel as well, where you can see all of my mobile games and console games adventure. This is Bear Gaming. Have a great day everyone.